Yeah. There was Dr. Hakeem Baba-Ahmed was interviewed on China's television. Is a prominent scholar, prominent political figure, is the elder brother of Dakti Baba-Ahmed. Dakti was the running mate to Peter Obi in the 2023 elections under the Labour Party. The elder brother Hakeem Baba-Ahmed, who was special advisor under the vice presidency office before he retired, before he resigned months ago, and all that. So he's somebody that he is also from Kaduna. He is from Kaduna State, and he has known El-Rufai and Ribadu for decades. He's known them. So he said these people were close, had close family ties, and Dr. Hakeem said he just so sad to see how their personal relationship was poisoned, and he talked about a lot of things, said the key issue should have been that El-Rufai would, there are allegations of financial misappropriation when he was governor. And so El-Rufai should have just, gone to defend himself, But now that El-Rufai seemed to be digging, that when he's saying that when you're in a ditch, stop digging, that El-Rufai is digging. He's already in a precarious situation and he's not digging by making several allegations, And he said that according to Hakeem Baba-Ahmed, that El-Rufai, let me use the words, Mallam Nasir by character is a very difficult person to advise.
Well, unfortunately, Mallam Nasir by character is a very difficult person to advise. Because if he was amenable to advice, I'm sure somewhere along the line there would have been someone who would say, try and do some damage control. This is a government that takes no prisoners. They are alleging they are trying to throw before a judge to say we have evidence that while he was in office, Mallam Nasir El-Rufai embezzled money or stolen or stop there. Don't make this matter worse. There's a program that says if you're on the first ditch, the first rule of being in the ditch is stop digging. So everything that had happened since his return was just simply escalating and reinforcing the hostility against him. You were dealing with an issue about allegations against corruption. Then you made statements on live television that you or somebody else that you know has been involved in an illegal activity or whatever. Then, now you write a letter in your own, under your own signature, asking the National Security Advisor to comment or shed light on the importation of dangerous substances into this country. How far do you want to go in this issue?
Do you think do you think he shouldn't have done that?
Well, I'm saying that if I was advising Nasru under this very difficult circumstances, I would have said, one, you're a very prominent member of the ADC. You are more useful to the ADC as a free man, not encumbered by a lot of allegations and fights. There are just so few fronts that you fight. So try and limit the damage. Focus your attention on getting yourself cleaned up an allegation that you stole money from the people of Kaduna State. But apparently that advice wasn't given to him or he didn't want it. Now they are saying we have three issues against you. One, you have to answer questions about your custody of the people of Kaduna State's money. Then you have to answer questions regarding the comments you made on live TV that you are involved in bagging my Mallam about his phone. Now you've written a letter revealing the knowledge you have that the National Security Advisor is in custody or had ordered for poisonous material. One, sir, where did you get this information from? How did you get this information from? And can you prove that your allegations are correct? So if you put all these things together, the point I'm making is that Mallam Nasir El-Rufai appears to have ignored that proverb. If you are in a ditch, stop digging. This is not fear. It is self-preservation. You can fight a time, one battle at a time, and then you move on. Otherwise, this administration, as I said, is not the time that takes prisoners. I mean, he's dealing with an issue where it's going to be very difficult to throw politics in the face of people who are insisting that you must be prosecuted for things that you said or you did or you allege has been done.
That's what Hakeem said. So I said, if he were to advise El-Rufai, would have asked him not to stop digging, because the key issues had been that is to answer questions over how funds were managed when he was governor. That should have been the main issue. But when El-Rufai came back after the fiasco of the DSS wanting to arrest him at the Abuja International Airport, and that didn't pan out, you know, El-Rufai now had a series of interviews. The key one was the one he now had with Charles Aniagolu of Arise News. And in that interview, El-Rufai said that he knows that it was Ribadu that made the call for him to be arrested. So, and
But I want to add something else, because my lawyers issued a statement after that mentioning EFCC. I want to say very clearly, it wasn't the EFCC, okay? It was the DSS.
Right.
But the DSS were procured to abduct me by the ICPC. That has never communicated with me ever, okay? The EFCC had written to me while I was away to say that I would like to have a chat with you over certain issues. And I replied, my lawyers replied that, well, I'm not in the country, I'm on my annual vacation. And once I know the date of return, I will let you know. And we have written to EFCC to say that, I will celebrate my birthday with you. My birthday is 16th February on Monday. I will celebrate my birthday. I will come and see you at 10 a.m. on the 16th. So it wasn't the EFCC. But my lawyer thought it was the EFCC, but it was not. Subsequently, we found out that it was the ICPC that procured the DSS to abduct me and then hand over to them. And this is a modus operandi of the ICPC that increasingly has become a personal tool of Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu made the call and made the order that I must be in custody yesterday.
How do you know he made the call?
He made the call because we listened to their calls. The government thinks that they're the only ones that listen to calls, but we also have our ways. He made the call, he gave the order. And
so you tapped his phone calls, did you?
Someone tapped his phone and told me.
Because that technically is illegal.
I know, but the government does it all the time. They listen to our calls all the time without a court order. But someone tapped his phone and told us that he gave the order. So, but the EFCC, I think, has shown itself to be more professional in this particular instance. And on Monday, by the grace of God, I'll go and see them. Yesterday, around 5 p.m., the ICPC finally did the right thing, not the DSS that tried to abduct me, by bringing a letter to my house to say, we want to see you on Friday the 13th. My lawyer wrote back to say, guys, my client is not an idle person that has no program. He's just waiting for a letter from anyone. We've received your letter. We will, now that you've written an invitation, you've had the courage to write an invitation, we will honor the invitation. But on Monday, we are going to EFCC that has written before. So we'll go there. After the EFCC, we'll go to ICPC on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know what the lawyer has written, but this. So this is the current state of things as far as we know.
Charles, the anchor, asked him, how did you know that it was Ribadu that made the call? He now said that we listen to calls. There is not only the presidency that can listen to people's call, that listens to people's call. So upon questioning, he said that he was asked if the phone of Ribadu was tapped, wiretapped. El-Rufai said that someone tapped Ribadu's phone, and that's how they got the information that it's Ribadu that made the call for him to be arrested if he comes back to Nigeria, and that's Hakeem said that is a very serious thing for him to say, and that puts him into more political quagmire by saying he tapped the phone of the of the NSA, And then, aside from that, Ribadu now wrote a letter addressed to the NSA, Ribadu, that issue that there is that thallium sulfate, which is highly toxic and tightly controlled substance, was imported from Poland. 10 kg of thallium sulfate was imported from Poland by the NSA or NSA office, and that Ribadu should come and explain what they are importing thallium sulfate for. So um Hakeem Baba-Ahmed that it's said is a mistake. El-Rufai is making a mistake by bringing up these other issues, by bringing up the issue of wiretapping, bringing up the issue of thallium sulfate, instead of just going to defend himself against the financial misappropriation, these things, bringing up all these other issues, and these things are going to put him into more political fire. He said that, he said, try and do damage control. This is a government that take no prisoners. That is trying to describe the Tinubu administration. And so we have that by Hakeem Baba-Ahmed. And he said, the Ribadu and El-Rufai were once close, and it's sad to see how their relationship has been poisoned. Now, as for